On the quiet suburban street of Ocean Avenue in Amityville, New York, sits a house. Its distinctive gambrel roof and quarter-round windows give it a unique, almost face-like appearance. But behind that charming facade lies a history so dark. It has haunted the American psyche for decades. On the night of November 13, 1970, this quiet house became the scene of one of the most chilling and disturbing crimes in the nation's history, a crime that would blur the lines between tragedy and terror, between a real-world massacre and a paranormal nightmare. Inside, the DeFeo family, Father Ronald Sr., Mother Louise, and their 5 children were home. The younger ones, Dawn, Allison, Mark, and John Matthew, were asleep in their beds. Family photos lined the hallways. Toys were scattered in the children's rooms. A snapshot of a seemingly ordinary life. But this night was far from ordinary. And unbeknownst to them, someone else was awake. Someone was moving through the darkened corridors, not with the quiet footsteps of a family member getting a late-night snack, but with the cold, deliberate purpose of a predator. And in their hands, they held a high-powered, .35 caliber Marlin rifle. That someone was the oldest son, 23-year-old Ronald Butch DeFeo Jr. He went from room to room, starting with his parents. As they slept, he raised the rifle and fired. Then he moved to his brother's room, then his sisters, one by one. He executed his entire family at point-blank range as they lay in their beds. The crime scene that police discovered the next day was as baffling as it was brutal. 6 victims, all found lying face down, as if they were still sound asleep. There were no signs of a struggle. No one had run for their lives. The neighbors hadn't even heard the gunshots. It was as if the family had simply slept through their own murders. When questioned, Ronald DeFeo Jr.'s story changed multiple times before he finally confessed. He told police, "Once I started, I just couldn't stop. It went so fast." His motive remains a subject of intense debate to this day. Was it years of alleged abuse at the hands of his father? Was it a plot to collect insurance money? Or was he influenced by something far more sinister? As he would later claim, he said he heard voices, demonic presences that commanded him to kill. This was the moment the story of a family tragedy began its transformation into a supernatural legend. The house on Ocean Avenue didn't remain empty for long. Just over a year later, the Lutz family, George, Kathy, and her 3 children moved in, drawn by the beautiful home and its surprisingly low price. They knew about the murders but believed they could make it their own happy home. Their optimism lasted just 28 days. Almost immediately, they reported a series of terrifying and unexplainable events. George would wake up at 3:15 a.m. every morning, the same time the murders were thought to have occurred. They heard phantom footsteps, saw strange apparitions, and were tormented by swarms of flies in the dead of winter. Green slime oozed from the walls, doors ripped from their hinges, and an unseen force seemed to terrorize the family, culminating in them fleeing the house in the middle of the night, leaving all their possessions behind. Their harrowing story became the basis for Jay Anson's best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, which was later adapted into one of the most famous horror films of all time. The legend was born. The house became an icon of paranormal terror, drawing ghost hunters, thrill seekers, and skeptics from all over the world. Was the Lutz family's story a genuine account of a malevolent haunting? Or was it an elaborate hoax designed for fame and fortune? The debate rages on, but whether the terror at 112 Ocean Avenue was the result of a disturbed mind, a tragic family history, or a genuine supernatural entity, the Amityville house remains one of America's most enduring and darkest mysteries. A chilling reminder that sometimes, the most horrifying stories are the ones that are real. Thank you for watching, and if you found this story as fascinating as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries.